Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Your host here, Flywheels, for a somewhat delayed weekly affordable group break coming to you on a Saturday night instead of our normal Friday night um, time slot. So appreciate the understanding and wanting to back it out tonight. I had tickets to another ball game last night that I bought several months ago. It was a bobblehead night. So and I didn't want to rush trying to make the hour drive back home to try to meet our normal time slot. So thanks for sliding back a day. Good evening, Chad. Johnny. Was it a good game? If you were a fan of the Carolina Mudcats, which are the Brewers low A team, yeah. If you're a fan of the Royals low A team, which was the home team, the Columbia Fireflies, no. This is the third Fireflies game I've been to this season. They've lost all three, two of them overwhelmingly lost. I think this is about 6 or 7 games that we've been over the from last season to this season. And yeah, we've yet to see them win. They're playing 500 balls, so I'm guessing maybe their road record's better than their home record, but whatever. We made it fun. It's always fun going out to the ballpark. Um, More fun when when your team is winning, but you know, but yeah, welcome to Royals baseball. Yeah, it is what it is, but we have fun. It's always an adventure, and we last game I bought the girls. They each got a Fireflies hat, so they had their gear on. And I thought, you know what? I don't have a hat. My wife doesn't have a hat, so she picked out a hat. And I picked out a hat, but I got I don't Coronas, I think is what it's called. It's their it's their Latin American name. I got this cool trucker hat. I like trucker hats. Um, but yeah, I wanted to do something different. I like the color, so I bought the Latin American version of the team. And yeah, we did have a foul ball. Sadly, I missed it. I was on my wife's phone trying to fix something for her. She was trying to buy movie tickets or something in between innings, and we were first row, right behind the dugout on the side. And I'm so kind of surprised that the ball went up that high over the net and then came straight down because it literally landed right behind my seat. It was on the ground right behind me. My youngest daughter grabbed it, so she claimed the ball. That's the first time I've ever had a foul ball come that close to me, any baseball. So she has it in her room. She wanted to get it autographed, but it was raining at the game, and I didn't think the players would stick around. And I don't know how conducive it is to using a Sharpie in the rain. So we told her, well, we'll go back to another game. Maybe we'll get a seat over on the Fireflies side near their dugout, and we'll, you know, uh, bring a marker and Sharpie and let her get some autographs. So, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't anticipate this break taking too long because there's not a lot of pizzazz here. Um, this is one of my El Cheapo breaks at a buck a piece. Basically, I just needed some filler instead of canceling and taking the week off. I just needed some filler until I could get some new product. Which, if you saw the group, the Facebook group, I did tease some of the things in the bags. I'm not going to tip my cap to what those are, even though I think one or two of you may have figured out a couple of the boxes. But I've got something else that came in this week, so I will go ahead and unveil that tonight at the end of this break. And signups for this week's break probably won't go live until Monday. I've got to go out of town tomorrow for a funeral, uh, and I don't. I just yeah. I don't know if I'll be ready for to have a sign up post tomorrow night, but it'll go up Monday night. So I'll make that announcement on the in the group as well. But stick around if you can. I think you might like this. It's a product that we've never ripped before. Not just the year, but the product in general. But yeah, not a lot of pizzazz with 92 Premier. No inserts, no parallels. It's just a base set, exclusive. It does not use the 92 O-Pee-Chee uses the same design as tops. This is the Premier, so it has a different design. It is very heavy on the two Canadian teams, the Montreal Expos and the Toronto Blue Jays. So I believe Rob got both of those teams as he normally does. Um, but it's decent. I've opened this before. I've opened this in one of my breaks before, but I think that was back when I did everything on my blog, which should be dead, but I haven't killed it yet. But this will be good nonetheless for team collectors. And, we've got a lot of different people that are participating in the breaks now than what I had back then. So, you know, I said then, and still think it's the case, where a lot of people may not have these cards in their team collections. So I've been sitting on this box for quite a while, and we'll probably have some more El Cheapo breaks in the future. I picked up some complete sets earlier this, and that made some wax boxes that I had. I don't need them anymore. So one of them will definitely break. The other one, I really don't think there would be any interest in it, but I don't know. I might just, you know, do a poll or something and poll the audience and see. But anyhow, let's jump into 1992 um, O-Pee-Chee two lines. I don't think there's any significance to that, but once we start seeing a lot of duplicates, I may speed this up a little bit. But if you're not familiar, here we go. So this is your base design. It's not too bad of a design. No gold foil, no heavy UV coating or anything like that. Just a basic baseball card, which you know what, I don't mind. Everything is in English with the exception of there is some French on the lower right hand corner. On the back, same thing. It's their position is in French, and then career is also printed in French. But other than that, everything's in English. But just real simple cards. So starting off with a Yankee, Charlie Hayes, Mike Magante, Royals, McElroy, Cubs, Ricky Henderson, Athletics, Deion Sanders, Braves, got checklist, Jack Armstrong for the Indians, and Roberto Alomar for the Blue Jays. George Bell, White Sox, another Henderson, Bordick for the Athletics, Rick Aguilera for the Twins, Wade Boggs, Red Sox, Eddie Taubensee for the Astros, John Franco, Mets, and Keith Miller, Royals. Checklist, sure, you claimed it, so I will throw that on there. Make note of that. Two packs in, and what? That's two Royals already for you, Johnny. We have a Bonds for Pirates, Marquise Grissom, Expos, Hershiser, Dodgers, another checklist, another Barry Bonds in the same pack, Eddie Murray for the Mets, Warren Newsom, White Sox, and a Darryl Strawberry for the Dodgers. Early 90s stuff is my favorite year. Uh, I know it's overprinted and all that kind of good stuff, but this was my heyday of baseball. Another Murray, another checklist, another Hayes, Kent Herbeck for the Twins, Mike Morgan, Cubs, Joe Graham, Hayes or Angels, Benny Santiago, the Padres, and Brian McRae for the Royals. Or Newsom, Eric Davis, Dodgers, Andres Galarraga as a Cardinal, Pete Incaviglia, Strohs, Danny Gladden, Tigers, Royce Clayton, Giants, Fred McGriff, Hall of Famer, Padres, and Dickie Thon, Rangers. So I think it's kind of funny. The week of the National, everybody's up there seeing YouTube videos. I spent $10,000 at the National. And here we are on a Saturday night ripping a super cheap box of 1992 O-Pee-Chee Premier. Strawberry, Chris Gwynn for the Royals, Dave Gallagher Mets, Rod Beck Giants, Luis Gonzalez Stros, Pete Shurik Mets, Magante for the Royals, and Robin Yount for the Brewers, who got crushed by the Braves tonight. I've never been to the National. I uh, I won't say that I wouldn't want to go if it was close by. Yeah, I would definitely go. If it was within a few hour drive, I would definitely go. But heck, I would be fine just to go to just a regular card show. I'm telling you, man, card shows, if they ever come to my area, I they don't promote them. I never hear about them. So personally, I would love to go to just a show. I miss digging through dime box. I mean, when I go to comic book shows, that's what I do. I dig through the cheapo boxes. I dig through the 50-cent boxes. Begrudgingly go through the dollar boxes. So I would love to go through some dime and nickel and quarter boxes at a card show, but they just don't come to my area, or like I said, don't promote it. Willie Randolph for the Mets, Beck, Kevin Morton, Red Sox, Barry Larkin for the Reds. Trying to get away from that glare. Another Randolph, Greg Swindell, Reds, Knobloch for the Twins, and Kevin Seitzer for the Brewers. Which, Johnny, I hate to ask you, but if you're not attached to this Kevin Seitzer, um, I could use it for for a PC. I didn't claim any teams because I really wasn't thinking I needed anything, but another Swindell, Pecota for the Mets, Newsom, Dave Winfield for the Jays, Kevin Mitchell Mariners, Terry Pendleton Braves, Castillo for the Cubs, and Wayne Rosenthal for the Rangers. You've never been to a show at all, Johnny? We have Knobloch, Sabo for the Reds, Bobby Rose, Angels, Bossero, Expos, Luis Gonzalez, Shurik, Chris Nabholtz, Expos, Danny Tartable for the Yankees. None over here, at least none close. Well, so you're in the same boat as me, at least, kinda. You can go to a show and not have a lot of money. Like I said, man, I've been to shows with $5 in my pocket and walked out with and happy with what I walked out with. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for, but sometimes I go to these comic book shows and I've got $10. Some especially if they pop up, I forgot about them or times are just tight. Apologize, guys. I got an injury on my hand from my cat this evening, from a kitten. I got a band-aid on that keeps now it keeps falling off. That's why I keep messing with my hands. Apologize. Got Mike Messina for the Orioles, Wetland for the Expos, Mike Timlin Jays, Tim Naring Red Sox, the Moose, Roger Clemens for the Red Sox, Ray Langford Cardinals, and Phil Plantier for the Red Sox. John says he'd love to go to the National Holy Grail as the 1968 champions Cornflakes Billy Kilmer. If one exists, that'd be the place to find it. I would imagine so. I'm always in awe of the pictures that I see. That's a good Johnny, yeah, not knocking it at all. That's a great attitude to have, especially as a new parent. I I remember when my wife was pregnant with our first. I remember going to the comic shop and telling the owner that I was dropping my subscription, that I wouldn't be ordering any more new comics for a while. Um, just because, yeah, we were trying to, well, formula and diapers and all that stuff wasn't cheap. Plus, when my wife was pregnant with our first child, she lost her teaching job. So we were down to one income for a while, and at the time, my job didn't pay the greatest. So, yep, you just have to cut out those things that aren't a necessity for a while. Definitely understand that. All right, Clemens again. Paul Molitor, Brett Maine for the Royals, Kevin McReynolds for the Royals, David Cone Mets, Bob McDonald Jays, Andahar Cedeno for the Astros, and Mo Vaughn Red Sox. You have Mr. Ray Langford, Denny Martinez for the Expos, the Wizard Cardinals, Brett Butler Dodgers, Derek Bell Jays, Doug Drabeck Pirates, Ruben Amaro Phillies, and Mr. Donnie Baseball for the Yankees. Ben, you said you went to the National last year. What's it? I mean, is it like what you see on in the pictures online? Is it? I mean, is it just truly massive? Is it fun? Does it get a little overwhelming? Um, Are there diamond, nickel, and quarter boxes at the shows, or is everything high end? Here, Scott Laius for the Twins, Albert Bell Indians, Mr. Gary Carter for the Expos, Greg Olson Orioles, John Kruk Phillies, Craig Shipley Padres, and a Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Ben says it's chaos, referring to the National. I imagine so. Like San Diego Comic Con. There was a time I would have loved to have gone to that, but now, nope, not at all. Everything from 52 mantles to 52-cent mantle reprints. Steve Avery for the Braves, another Gary Carter, another Clemens, John Smiley Twins, another Avery, Canseco for the Athletics, Kirby Puckett for the Twins, and Scott Livingstone Tigers. Basic card shops all the way to Whatnot live breaks. I don't do Whatnot. I've stayed away from it. Canseco, Randy Johnson for the Mariners, Darryl Kyle Astros, McElroy, Juan Guzman. An intimidating look. The Jays, Offerman, Dodgers, Carlton Fisk, White Sox, and Hubie Brooks for the Angels. Puckett, Mike Huff, White Sox, Plantier, Mike Gallego, Yankees, Bernie Williams, Yankees, Kruk, Shipley, and Doc Gooden for the Mets. $30. Yep. We have a big comic book convention in Charlotte. It's one of the biggest shows, I think, in the nation, but it's right in my backyard of Charlotte. And this year it was $35 admission for Friday, $35 Saturday, 30 for Sunday, or a 3-day pass for 65. So yeah, I get it, man. I like the smaller local shows where admission's either free or just like $5. Scott Livingstone Tigers, Mike Fortick A's, Finley Angels, Hershiser, David Segui for the Orioles, Kurt Stillwell Padres, McReynolds, and Kyle Abbott for the Phillies. And food. Let's not forget food, guys. All adds up. Cedeno, George Brett for the Royals, Jack Morris, Jays, Rich DeLucia, Mariners, another Cedeno, Randy Myers, Padres, Rob Dibble for the Reds, and Offerman. Miles and miles of booths. Segui, Fisk, Dave Martinez for the Reds, Robin Ventura, White Sox, Sammy Sosa for the Cubs, Mark Whitten, Indians, Orlando Merced for the Pirates, and another Brett. Tim Naring, Red Sox, Hubie Brooks, Andre Dawson, Cubs, Brian Hickerson, Giants, Guzman, Mark Leiter for the Tigers, Scott Scudder, Indians, Ventura. So speaking of YouTube, like card-related YouTube, who are some of the ones that you guys subscribe to or watch either on a regular basis or a semi-regular basis? I actually don't look at a whole lot of card related stuff on YouTube. I see things every once in a while, but I don't know if I really subscribe to many. A couple small like family channels, but who do y'all watch on YouTube? I'm just curious. Eric Karros for the Dodgers, Keith Miller Royals, Matt Williams Giants, Omar Oliveras for the Cardinals, another move on, Guzman, Offerman, and another Fisk. I know that, Ben. Does Chris, does Nachos Grind, does, I know he does his, breaks still, but does he have a YouTube channel? Abbott, Olivares, Ruben Sierra for the Rangers, Reggie Sanders, Reds, another Abbott, Cecil Fielder for the Tigers, Smiley, Mark Witten. Speaking of Ben, I was talking to him the other day, and he is converting his, I think, his garage into an office, and he plans to get back into breaking very soon, or soon, I should say. Um, we were bouncing some things off of each other the other day. Fielder, Brian Hunter for the Braves, Molitor, Jim Abbott, Angels, Will Clark, Giants, Tony Gwynn for the Padres, Bonds, Kevin Morton, Red Sox. So you posted your video of your stack that you received, Johnny. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, but I subscribed to yours. I think I even hit the bell. John Smiley, Wade Boggs, Denny Martinez, Eddie Taubensee, Ryan Bowen, Delano DeShields for the Expos, Sean Dunston Cubbies, and Dibble. Wiffle Breakers, Bakersfield Hobby. I haven't heard of either one of those. Witten, Taubensee, Butler, Franco, Brooks, Miller, Olivares, Hunter. Every once in a while, there's who's that guy? Not sure what nationality he is, but I believe Pac-Man, Pack. Since I watch his videos, said Franco, Fielder, Trammell, Merced, Nagel, and Hayes. Nagel, Gruber, Johnson. Oh, there's our first Griffey of the night. Haney, Strawberry, Eric King Tigers, and a Vaughn Hayes Angels. Seitzer, Carrion, Hill, Alomar, Dykstra, Barry, David Justice. Oh, my man. Chris Gwynn. Love me some David Justice back in the day. Iago, Alomar, Swindell, Jeffries for the Royals, Santiago, Ripken, McCaskill for White Sox, Pip Roberts, Reds. What? You, as a new father, you couldn't relate to spending 50 grand to open cards? I think it's funny, honestly, to see what some people will do for to get views and stuff. Ripken, Nagy, Glavine, Junior Naboa for the Mets. Rick Cerrone Expos, Darren Fletcher Expos, Melito Perez Yankees, Bobby Bowe still getting a paycheck from the Mets. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I know what you mean, Johnny. I hardly ever hit unsubscribe. I probably should. Probably should clean up my feed a little bit, but McCaskill, Nolan Ryan, Seitzer, Ron Gant, Dykstra, Barbary, Justice, and Bagwell. Roberts, Gant, Paul Gibson, Mets, Howard Johnson, Tino Martinez for the Mariners, Lee Gomez, Sabo, and Kenny Lofton for the Indians. Johnny says he speaking of unsubscribing, he said I did because I watch when I'm subbed at work. Watch channels I'm subbed to at work. Yeah, I used to do that when I worked in the office. Kept peeping over. What are you doing? Castillo, Freddie Williams, Burba, Andiotti, Castillo, Jose Melendez for the Padres, Maine, Fletcher. Last three. Final three. Melendez, Candiotti, McCaskill, Sanford, Bankhead, Barnes, Avery, Viola. Maine, Dawson, Sandberg, Williams, Kelly, Gomez, Biggio, Carrion. Well, I appreciate y'all subscribing to my little hodgepodge of a channel. I do have some other things that I'd like to do. It's just sometimes it's finding the motivation, sometimes it's finding the time. Fletcher, Frank Thomas, Doug Jones, Wetland, Bell, Drabeck, Ryan, and Davis, Alan Davis. So that is it. Quick. Well, we're 35 minutes in, but I feel like it went quick. Nice, decent stack of cards. I think most of the teams were decently represented tonight. So that's always fun. So, speaking of my channel and things that I'd like to do, I had a package from China show up. Actually, I've had a couple of China packages, but I'm gonna do these on video. I just hadn't decided if it's worth doing a live video or just recording them. The only problem is if I just record them, it takes me forever to upload because of my crappy internet. Live, it doesn't seem to be the problem, but I don't know if I'll do both in both boxes at the same time, or if I'll do one box maybe off camera and save the other for on camera. I haven't quite decided. I don't know how much interest it would be, but I got these two boxes of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. You guys should know I'm a huge Transformers fan. And this is the third Transformers product from the company called Caillou These are made for the Chinese market, but they are fully, let's see it better on this one. They're fully licensed. It's a licensed product. All their stuff is licensed. You can see here it's a licensed by Hasbro. They also have Marvel cards and stuff too. But it's a collectible card game, which I know nothing about. Don't know how they have no desire to play, but they're cool. So I'm gonna do these. If I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow. I wanted to do them this weekend, but just had other responsibilities. But I'm gonna do this definitely one way or the other. That's gonna come up on the channel. Um, I may have another something not card related coming up too with some toys. But I don't know. I'm always kind of thinking of how to put out some different content. Um, since the blog format seems to be dying a slow death. Um, you know, but I don't know. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't always they don't always come to fruition. But I was excited about these. I forget how many packs they come with. These are small boxes compared to the other ones I've opened. I think it's like 18 packs or something like that. But I don't know. If that piques your curiosity, then keep an eye. I'll post something either on my generic cardboard collections Facebook page. But yeah. All right. So next week, like I said, I restocked. I've got some stuff for the next couple of weeks that so I shouldn't have to dig back into the junk wax hole. Um, even though that was fun, nice change of pace. But I got some stuff to carry us over for the next couple of weeks. And the product that we are going to do next week, it was a toss up between something I bought in person and then this one that came in the mail. But we're gonna roll the well, let's see, we did 92 this week, so we'll roll it forward a couple of years. But we are going to do a hobby box of 1996 Topps Finest. This is series two. I've never opened any of this stuff. I've got some cards in my collection, but I've never opened any 90s Finest before. So I am looking forward to this. I think this can be fun. Um, the only thing that we're chasing here would be the refractors. The refractors come in bronze, silver, and gold. The gold are a long shot. The odds of those are up there. Looking at them on, I think, Baseball Cardpedia because it doesn't list it on the box itself. But this is what we're going to do next week. And like I said, more than likely, the signups will go live Monday night. This coming Monday, which is the 31st. Um, so yeah, do not look for a break sign up post tomorrow night. I will be moving this or most likely putting it up Monday night. Also, one thing that you're going to see in the sign up post, it's a little bit different. I'm going to throw on a caveat to one claim per person for the first 24 hours. I've had a lot of people that even though I try to be consistent with when I, post the breaks and stuff like that, there's been a few people that just haven't been able to be on their phone or in front of their computer when the signups go live. And, I'm not knocking anybody, but, when someone comes in and claims three, four, five teams all at one time, it's, that other person or those other people aren't able to get their team. So, I'm going to try it. I don't know if this is something that we'll do every week, or if I alter it and change it the time frame. But yeah, it's we're going to do it. We're going to start this week. So just keep in mind when the signups go live on Monday, if there's more than one team you want, that's great. I love it. I kind of rely on some of you guys taking multiple teams to help fill up these breaks. But for the first 24 hours, one team. Okay. So if you normally, are going after a higher demand team, and there's you've got a second team that is your favorite, go for that hot team. Go for that team that that there's multiple people that go for each week. Obviously, the Yankees. If you want the Yankees, go for the Yankees first because again, there's a lot of people in the group that are Yankees fans. So one note: this is an actual card on the front of the box. It is Otis Nixon of the Blue Jays. I don't know if this card will come off the box. I'm going to try because I actually have an Otis Nixon PC. Um, so this would not be included with the Blue Jays. Sorry, Rob, because you usually grab the Blue Jays, but get this off the box. One I may just cut the top off and work on it later. But anyhow, just putting that out there. So that's what we are doing this week. And I did see your comment, John, about a checklist. We got multiple, so I'll go through those, and you and Johnny both should be able to get a checklist. If there's more than one checklist, I'll divide them up evenly between you guys. So that is what we are doing. Looking forward to it. I got some other really cool stuff. Um, I think the next couple of weeks you're really gonna like what I have. I don't have anything new on the board, however. I don't have any more new product. I was not able to secure a box of Prism or get a box of Chrome of Topps Chrome. The pricing was just I just wasn't comfortable with the pricing and then how I would have to turn around and price out the teams. So I sat those releases out, those new releases out. Um, but for the next couple of weeks, we're gonna be some older product, but I think stuff that you guys I hope that you'll like. So thanks again, guys, for moving over to Saturday night. We'll resume our normal Friday time spot next week. Come back to the Facebook group Monday night for your sign up for the finest box. And that's it, guys. I'm going to sign out. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And you know how to get in touch with me if you need anything. Otherwise, I'll see you back here Friday night on the channel. Y'all have a great one.